Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great. In our previous video, we discussed that what are amino acids and on which basis amino acids are classified, what are peptide bonds. Okay, so in today's video, we are going to discuss what are proteins. So, amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Typically, a protein consists of 100 or more amino acids linked together. सो प्रोटीन्स बेसिकली क्या होते हैं आपको जैसे कि सबको पता है दे आर कॉम्प्लेक्स बायोमोलिक्यूल्स और हमारी ग्रोथ के लिए कितने इम्पॉर्टेंट है प्रोटीन्स और प्रोटीन्स जो है हमें डाइट में डेली लेने चाहिए क्योंकि ये हमारी ग्रोथ के लिए रिक्वायर्ड होते हैं और एज यू ऑल नो दैट proteins are required for the growth of the body and to repair the damaged tissues, and protein is the building block of our muscles. Okay, proteins are made up of smaller units known as amino acids, and proteins are called heteropolymers. So proteins are called heteropolymers because they are made up of different types of amino acids. Okay, so this is the basic idea about what are proteins. So to test that protein is present in a food or not, there is an experiment. Okay, to test food for protein, you need to use copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide solution. Okay, so these two liquids may be together called the biuret solution. So what we have to do that we have to take a test tube in which we have to put food sample, and we have to add few drops of copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide. Okay, when we drop uh, copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide in the test tube in which there is food particles, and if the color of the test tube turned purple, it means that it contains proteins. So this is the small test to identify that in your food protein is present or not. And proteins are classified on various bases, and as you all know what are the functions. If we talk about what are the functions of proteins, so proteins are important for the maintenance and structure of hormones, production of transport protein, production of proper balance. Okay, if we talk about the classification of proteins, so proteins can be classified on various bases. Okay, they can be classified on the basis of their shape, their constitution, then the nature of their molecules. So, according to their chemical compositions of protein, we classify proteins as simple and complex proteins. Okay, simple proteins are known as also known as homoproteins because they are made up of only amino acids. Few examples of simple proteins are albumin, collagen, keratin protein, which is present in our hairs, in our nails. And second type of protein we classify on the basis of their chemical composition is conjugated proteins. Conjugated proteins are sometimes they are called heteroproteins because they contain in their structure a न्यू प्रोटीन पोर्शन लाइक कंजुगेटेड प्रोटीन्स में जो है कोई और फंक्शनल ग्रुप भी ऐड होता है, जैसे कार्बोहाइड्रेट भी ऐड होते हैं. जैसे इसके कुछ एग्जांपल हैं ग्लाइकोप्रोटीन, क्रोमोप्रोटीन्स, फॉस्फोप्रोटीन्स. एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द नेचर प्रोटीन्स आर क्लासिफाइड एज बेसिक एंड एसिटिक. बेसिक for example histone, for acidic for example dipeptide,